he would win. Woodrow Wilson, by the way, was a Republican, not a Democrat. No, I'm sorry, he was a Democrat. Woodrow Wilson was a Democrat. But how do they help ensure that he would be elected? They brought another man in named Teddy Roosevelt, who was a man of charisma and a man of warmth, and he captivated the people, but he split the Republican Party. And because the Republican Party was divided, and Woodrow Wilson had not just millions, but billions of dollars behind him, he won. And when he got in office, he was a good boy, and he signed the Federal Reserve Act into law in 1913. From that day forward, the Federal Reserve began to print our currency, and we as a sovereign nation seceded our right to print our own currency to them. Now, I'm just talking about the manufacturing process. How much do you think it takes to print a dollar bill? The paper, the ink, the equipment, the press, the cutting, the stacking, the wrapping, and the delivery. How much does it cost to manufacture a dollar bill? Anybody know? 5 years ago, so the number may have changed, it was 7 cents. They then turn around and sell that thing that they've created, the product, to the U.S. government at face value. So, they pay 7 cents to produce the dollar bill. They sell it to the U.S. government for $1. Now, how much do you think it takes to produce, what does it cost to produce a $10 bill? 7 cents. And they sell it to the U.S. government at face value. Now, how much do you think it costs to print a $20 bill? 7 cents. How much do you think it costs to print a $100 bill? 7 cents.
Even the new ones?
Okay.
There's more color in the print and everything.
Okay, good point. Again, the 7 cents number I'm giving you is about 5 years old. Maybe now it's 8 or 9 cents. Maybe that new sucker costs a dime. Guess what they sell it to the federal government for? $100. Now, as if that doesn't make them enough, guess what they do when we can't afford to buy anymore? No sweat. No sweat. We will loan you more. And you know what? Since we're printing it, let's just go ahead and print what would have been your interest. And the Federal Reserve prints, they manufacture our currency. Now, we should have never seceded the right, abdicated our right to print our own money, but we did. But wait, okay, that was stupid, but if we're willing to pay somebody else for the service, okay, at least the value of the note was still backed by gold. It was still a piece of paper meant to represent the face value of gold. So in the early days, remember, we're trading the paper now, but the paper, the only reason it's not worth just 7 cents is because it represents gold. Until we abolish the gold standard. Now, we got to finish. We're gonna go ahead and conclude for tonight, but we're going to pick up where we left off next week. You see how the system is beginning to become corrupt. Do this. If you have time, watch this video, Monopoly Men, Federal Reserve Fraud. It'll bring you up to speed on the history. We'll watch a portion of it next week. By the way, who said our quote? Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson is the guy who said that after he had done it. On September the 25th, 1919, Woodrow Wilson knew what he had done. And 100 years ago, he said, I have ruined my country, the United States of America. We are no longer a government by free opinion, no longer a government by conviction, but a government by the opinion and the duress of a small group of dominant men. Who is he talking about? A private European banking cartel that Woodrow Wilson says now runs our country. By the way, here's a little bit of homework for you, and I'll truly let you go. 3 U.S. presidents have proactively bucked the Federal Reserve. Now, by the way, many politicians, especially early on, tried to thwart this process. Many people fought the Federal Reserve early on, but they gave up the fight. And over the last 50, 60, 70 years, to us it has become normal. But these are very, very powerful men. Only 3 U.S. presidents have not simply given lip service against the Federal Reserve, but proactively fought the Federal Reserve. Who are they? 3 U.S. presidents. Come back next week and tell me.